Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming Testing New Makeup episode 22. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on some new makeup that just landed, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. Highly recommend subscribing so you don't miss out. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so I figured I have the new ABH palette and I feel like everybody's already done a video on it, but I figured I would do a testing new makeup because I have a few other new products as well. So I thought, let me just combine them and let's just try stuff out. So I did get the Rare Beauty. This is the Tinted Moisturizer in PR, and I actually owned this previously. So I have been trying to wear this a little bit more because I thought it was actually good for me to wear for filming purposes. And now that it is summertime, so I've been trying to wear it more, and I really like how it looks on camera. I don't know if I love it 100% just yet. I don't know. Sometimes I know when I love a product, and then sometimes I feel like it takes me a while. It does have a decent amount of coverage, but it definitely doesn't, some foundations I feel like, or, mostly foundations, not really skin tints, make me feel more flawless. Like I've been loving wearing my Hourglass Airbrush foundation because it was in my May Shop My Stash. I think I need to do an update, but honestly, after baby, things have just kind of gotten derailed. So I hope you guys don't mind. I feel like I'm going to be playing catch up all year from that, but it's all right. It's still fun. I still get to play with makeup. But anyway, this is a very dewy look. But I do like the packaging. I like this color match. Overall, I think it does wear really well. There's just some foundations I love, and then I need to keep in mind that this is a skin tint. Although there are moisturizing tints that I do really like, so I think I just need more time with this foundation to kind of really see my thoughts. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new. It's something I owned, but I was sent it in PR recently. And then I've just been trying to use the Natasha Denona Hygiene Concealer because I did buy this, and again, I feel like I really like it. It's very creamy, and I did feel like it really made my under eyes look nice and hydrated and flawless. So yeah, I've just been using this. I haven't used it a ton, but I have used it a few times, so I have some thoughts on it. But again, something that I kind of just need to get some thoughts on. And overall, I think I picked out a good shade match for me. And it's always fun to try a new concealer, but I don't think there's any concealers coming out in the future that I have my eye on. So this is kind of my latest concealer, and I sometimes use sponges, but today I just felt like using brushes to apply my base. So we'll see how it goes. This is a Real Techniques brush that I think kind of went viral. It has that angle shape to it. This is the brightening concealer brush, and I think I found mine on Amazon. So if I see that it's still available on Amazon, I will definitely link it for you guys. But yeah, that's kind of my base for this look today with the ABH palette. But what do you guys think? It's pretty dewy, right? So I do love dew, but sometimes I'm not 100% on the dew train. I did see my friend Morgan Turner did a really cool video where she did one under eye with the pink and one under eye with the more neutral tone. So I thought that would be kind of fun to do just to compare and see. So you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are. But let me go ahead and dump some of this out so we can compare. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of powder swirling around. But that's all right. That's okay. I'm just gonna shut them both. But yeah, so we've got the pink and the more neutrally toned. Okay, so I grabbed 2 clean brushes. I've got this one from Luxie, and then this is the Sigma Skin Perfector. Love this one for powder. So let's go ahead and do pink on the left and like the tan shade on the right. So I'm gonna put on a bit of a generous layer. I do love setting my under eyes because they're really the only part of my face that I feel like I really need to set. And then I usually like put excess kind of, you know, on this part of my nose because you lose a lot of foundation there, but it looks pretty brightened. I can definitely see like a tint of the pink, but now let's try the more nude shade, and I'm just gonna press and blend. What do you guys think? I feel like this side does kind of look better as far as it blended in with my skin tone better, but I wonder if you guys can see it on camera because I can definitely see like a pink hue on this side. And I feel like I blended it away, but you can definitely still see like a pink hue. This side looks more like skin tone, more smoothened out, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on everywhere. But you can see the main difference on the under eyes. That's kind of what my goal was to see. I wanted to compare. Overall, I like the Jones Road powders, but I always feel like I need to say a disclaimer. I am not a big powder gal. It takes me forever to make up my mind about base products. I don't know, it's just weird. I get it. Some people, I feel like when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I can be like, oh yeah, this is how I feel about it. But when it comes to base products, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to be so harsh. I want to try it out. We'll see kind of thing. So it takes me forever, I feel like, to review base products, but I'm just filling in my brows a little bit. I don't have to do too much building because I have like a pretty full brow, but I did get them threaded recently, and I just like to, not that I feel like they're sparse, but I'm like one of those people that's still stuck in whatever decade where like the very filled in brow look was in. I know some people love the sparse brow vibe, and for me, I just love filling my brows in. So I don't know that that's gonna change, but we're just using the Patrick Ta brow gel, and then I do have a new brow gel I want to try out, but I didn't unpack it, so we're just gonna go in with my Sigma primer, which, by the way, Sigma's gonna have a, I think it's like a customer appreciation sale starting on the 13th. So at that time, if you use my code KHMAKEUP10 on the Sigma website, you'll actually get 40% off of their site. So, you know, in case you're wanting to pick up some Sigma goodies, I just figured I'd let you guys know. I think I need to pick up another one of their eyeshadow primers because I use it all the time, and I want a separate one to have in my Shop My Stash. Okay, so another thing I received in PR that I did own in a different shade is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. So this is a new shade called Good Energy, which is a bit more of a cool tone shade, and I kind of thought that this shade was gonna be a little too cool tone for me, but I did use it in another video and it worked out fine. So yeah, I figured I'd just throw it in this video as well. I have really loved the Rare Beauty bronzer stick for a long time, so even though it's not a new product, this shade is new, and so I figured I'd give it another shot just to show you guys how well it all blends out and how it pairs with my skin tone as well. But this side looks a little harsh, but I'm sure it's probably fine. Just me being over the top about making sure everything's blended, but I just used a BK Beauty 106 brush for that, but It's so fast, don't you think? And then I have a new blush to try out. I got the Watermelon collection from Lawless. This is new for them. And you guys, I looked everywhere. And I was, of course, excited for the blush, but I was also really excited for the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss. And I can't find the gloss. I'm so bummed. So we're going to go ahead and try the blush out because it looks beautiful. Positively, like, bright as bright can be. So I'm excited to throw this on, but I'm so sad about the gloss because I was so excited about it. I have one of their glosses. I finally caved and bought the shade George, and I really enjoy it. So I was really looking forward to having this bright pink one because it's, I feel like, something I wouldn't have gone out of my way to buy. So this is a very pretty bright pink. I know, like, pinks are so in right now, so I'm doing my best. I feel like it's blending out okay, and it does have kind of a shimmer to it, but I don't know if it's like a overspray or what. Let's see how we feel about this blush as I do my eye look. But yeah, I like to have blush kind of in a draped effect. It's very light. I don't want to try and build it though because it's going to turn into like a super bright blush. So I'm just going to leave it like that, but it does look a little bit dewy. So yeah, it's nice blush. I haven't tried any of their other blushes. Obviously, this was my first time trying the brand's blushes, and I would say it's like okay. We'll see. We'll keep going. Okay, time for my favorite part, which is eyeshadow. So I'm going to use the ABH Cosmos palette. I think the packaging on this palette is absolutely stunning. I do have some close-ups, so I will go ahead and show them to you guys. And then on the back here, it does say that this is a 12-month shelf life, made in the USA, and yeah, it looks really, really pretty. I just love this packaging. I think it's my favorite one. I also grabbed the 3 kind of newer palettes from their line, and so I thought we could do some comparisons at the end. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Inspired by explosively sparkling star-filled galaxies, Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmos eyeshadow palette contains 12 pigmented eyeshadows ranging from neutrals to turquoise tones in matte and intensely reflective metallic finishes. This essential eyeshadow collection features highly pigmented, easy to blend formula and offers a versatile color range for creating everything from subtle to dramatic summer eye looks. I really want to use the shade Super Cluster, but I feel like that's the one everybody used, so you guys will have to wait and see, I guess. I could also do 2 different eye looks, but I would like to crank out some videos because my babysitter is here today, and anytime I have somebody watching the girls, I try to take advantage of the situation and film a few videos just because then I can like edit them throughout the week, you know? So in case you guys were wondering, how does she do it? I have a babysitter. I have a babysitter that comes and watches my girls twice a week, and it really helps me because I could do it on their nap time, and sometimes I do. I will film during their naps, but sometimes it's just nice to have a break. And since we don't have any family in town, we just have babysitters, and it lets me take a break from being mom. And it's nice for them too because somebody else can kind of be in their lives that they know and, you know, kind of learn about other humans, I guess. But this is a really pretty dark brown. This is the shade Dark Matte. It isn't blending out as easily, but I think I'm making it work. I've been into starting with the dark shade first. Honestly, I feel like it's fun because then I can layer on a more like transition shade. But I'm now wondering if I should just do a neutral look with this palette because it's just definitely laid out to be like a more neutrally palette. But oh my gosh, I feel like it's almost like a fun take on a newer like neutral vibe from them, because I feel like my soft glam palette and my like modern renaissance and stuff, I think they definitely should be in the trash, but I don't use them enough to like repurchase them brand new. So I just keep the old versions because I'm like, if I need to compare like shades. But honestly, like these updated palettes are more fun now for me, I feel like, even just color story wise and formula wise. So gosh, I really like how that looks. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade called Space Dust, which is right here. It's like a really light shade, and I just thought I would use that in the inner corner and just kind of help blend the two shades together. Overall, this is such a beautiful palette, and I think you'll be able to create very beautiful looks with it. So I'm just kind of using that shade Space Dust to help blend out the dark matte shade. Dark matter, sorry. Dark. I was like, I feel like it's called dark matte, but it's called dark matter. Super pretty. Okay, now I want to put a little bit more of that on. So we're just going to tap that in the outer corner and blend some more. Okay, I'm loving how this is looking. So let's go ahead and put on a lid shade. So we have some really beautiful shimmer options in this palette. I think I could maybe look at Que Sera and Super Cluster. Those look fun. I kind of chose like a blue shirt because I thought it would go well with that blue shade. So I think I'll try and put those two shades on. So I'm just grabbing a flat brush, and I want to start off with Super Cluster because I'm going to kind of put that on the very outer edge here. And you guys know I love to spray my shimmer shadows, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, it doesn't have much of a base, which I kind of had a feeling, but we can definitely build it. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of Que Sera, give it a nice spray, and I'm going to put that on the inner. This one has like a green duochrome vibe to it. I think like they're going to mix really well, like you can't tell which one's what. I think they're so similar on the lid. I tucked a little bit into my crease as well, and I'm just using the matte brush I used just to kind of help blend them a little bit. But oh my goodness, this is fun. This is so fun, so sparkly. I've had this palette now for almost a week, and I was wanting to play with it so bad, but it's just been so busy, and summer is just like, you know, we don't have a lot of warm weather where I live, so I just try to make the best out of all of my summer days. Okay, also, I like how this is looking. I want to go ahead and test out this Juvia's Place highlighter again. I did use it the other day, and I had a very glowy look going on. So I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I can't tell if it's like overly shimmery. So I just put a little bit on this brush, and then I kind of buffed it on the back of my hand. I'm using my hand as a palette because I just don't know how glowy this is, but oh, that's so pretty. And I have the shade, I think it's called Egyptian Glow. So I just want to put on a little bit of highlighter. I feel like a little bit goes a long way with the Juvia's Place like liquid and cream products, but that is the highlighter. Again, this is something I had already tried when I tried out the Culture palette, but yeah, super pretty. I think it does have like some visible like shimmery sparkles in it, but it's not like too imposing, so I just want to mention that. And then before I go and finish up this makeup look off camera, I just wanted to try out this Lawless. This is their, I don't have this. This is Juicy Watermelon. This is their plumping lip balm, so I've never tried it. So let's go ahead and try it out and see. It does smell like watermelon too. It's much creamier than I was expecting because I saw a few reviews on this saying, like, when they originally launched this line, I saw people say that the balm wasn't very like hydrating, but this one is feeling very hydrating on the lips. I can feel like a slight tingle, but nothing that's gonna like bother you, I don't think, by any means. I wish I could find the gloss. I'm so mad that I lost the gloss. So anyway, I'm just gonna give that a second to kind of set on my lips while I finish up this eye look, throw on some mascara, and then maybe we'll try out another lip product too, just in case I want to add more pigmentation, but I'll keep you guys posted on that separate. Okay, friends, we're almost done. This is almost the finished look, but I thought I'd throw on this Euphoria gloss I picked up. This is the Play with Fire gloss. I did learn that this is a Asian-owned brand, so I decided I wanted to try it, and I got a Ulta coupon, so I'm just gonna throw on a little bit. And see, it's a very pigmented gloss, so that's really cool. And then it says it's a dewy gloss, hydrating lip gloss, 0.21 fluid ounces. Life's messy, but your makeup isn't. I just thought this was such cute packaging, and yeah, I had really not tried anything from this brand, so I decided to go ahead and do that. Okay, super cute, not sticky, not overly glossy, just really nice and a really pretty color. So now the look is complete. So yeah, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Let me know down in the comments. And now let's go ahead and just kind of break down everything I put on my face today so I can give you guys some thoughts on the new products I tested out. So let's start off with this gloss. I know I just put it on. It's super pretty. It has a little bit of a gold sparkle to it. Do I need another gloss? No. Am I supposed to be buying lip products? No. But like I said, I saw this brand, Euphoria, featured in like a Asian American Pacific Islander, like, because that was last month. They were celebrating that. So I did see this featured in like a list of like Ulta brands that were is it IP owned? Sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, I saw this featured, so I wanted to try some stuff from them. So I have something else too that I will be trying from them. So far so good on that. And then the Juvia's Place highlighter I think is really pretty. Again, I want to continue trying it. Not that I needed another liquid highlighter, but with Juvia's Place I was very curious because I do like the blushes from them, the liquid blushes. So I think it's a really pretty highlighter, and I know they have a lot of different shades as well. It was really fun to try these new products from Lawless. I've never tried either of these from the brand, so the blush is pretty. I definitely don't wear a lot of pink blushes. I feel like pink blush is like really trendy right now, so every brand is coming out with their version of a bright pink blush. But I think I was able to wear this one and not put too much on. So I like that this one has kind of a more buildable pigmentation to it. So if you want to intensify it, I think you probably could. But I think for the amount that I have on, I like how it looks. And then I did like this lip plumping balm as well. I don't feel like it was very stingy or anything like that. I don't know that it made a difference as far as plumping my lips. You guys will have to let me know. I just had a lot of fun trying these because it's two new things that I've never tried from them. Also, I will say the lip gloss, the one I have, the one I had bought myself, that one I feel like does give my lips a bit of a plumping effect. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. As far as the balm, I don't feel like it's doing that, but it was very hydrating. So I'm happy about that. And then last but certainly not least, of course, we want to talk about the ABH palette. I definitely feel like this is basically a neutral palette with a pop of blue and a pop of kind of like some duochrome shades. I think the formula is very nice, The mattes are super pigmented, very nice to blend. So yeah, overall, it's not like knocking my socks off as far as like the indie palettes that I'm used to and those like really interesting color stories. But as far as being consistent with the other ABH palettes I've tried, I think we're definitely there. I don't feel like you necessarily need to buy this full price. I think I paid about $65 for this one because I bought it on the ABH website. And then there was a discount for shipping, but I still paid for shipping like $6 or $7. So it did end up being quite a pricey palette. I feel like there's a lot of other more interesting palettes in my opinion, but I do like collecting ABH palettes. And back in the day, like when I first started watching YouTube like 10, 11 years ago, they were kind of an indie brand, you know, they had just started being sold at like Sephora. And so I remember ABH when they were crawling as far as eyeshadow palettes go. So it's fun to see them come so far. I do wish like more mainstream brands would kind of go in the way of being a little more bold and daring, but I don't know that that's realistically going to happen. Now, somebody did comment saying this row reminded them of the Primrose palette, so I did grab my Primrose palette, and I will say you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And if you have the Primrose palette and you have some of these like fun iridescent shades, you honestly probably don't need the Cosmos palette. I just wanted to do some comparisons for you guys in case you were interested. So this is the Rose Metals, obviously a lot of neutrals, definitely a more grungy palette than what we've seen from ABH. And then I just grabbed the Nouveau too, just so you guys could see them. I don't think these are very similar, but I figured everybody loves a good comparison. So those are the comparisons between the existing ABH palettes. I don't regret buying it, but I kind of wish I had waited because I did see Ulta had put out a coupon, and I feel like you can get this for a good price now other places now that it's available at like Ulta and stuff like that. So a little bit salty that I paid, you know, 65 something dollars, but it's not the end of the world. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed testing new makeup. Let me know what items caught your eye, or if you're passing on all this new stuff. I love chatting to you guys in my comments, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye for now.